Now facing multiple charges after a deadly Mother's Day crash near the Georgia-Tennessee line. East Ridge police say Joseph Antonier was behind the wheel during Sunday's crash here on I-75, which involved 6 vehicles and a tractor trailer. 2 cars caught fire and at least 2 people were. That's according to our Tennessee affiliate. Antonier is now charged with reckless homicide and reckless assault and endangerment. Police say the truck driver's failure to slow down is what led to the crash.
And I have to keep it 100. I done paid my dues when it comes to this trucking game. So I really need y'all to hear me out. But before we get into this video, shout out to all the new truck drivers and the vets that's been in the game for over 20 years, for 20 plus years. We really appreciate you. And if you don't appreciate black truck drivers, well, you already know what you can do. Get to stepping. And that's not a diss to Caucasian truckers. This channel is just dedicated to my people. So you're welcome to watch and you're welcome to leave a comment. Just please be nice, because on this channel, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. This man is 65 years old, and I bet you he didn't think that his life would end like this. See, a lot of people think that winter time is the worst time as a truck driver to be on the road, where in my opinion, you can prepare for winter. But summer and spring, to me, are the worst times to be a truck driver on that road, because you have to think about it. A lot of people are partying, so they drunk, they high all the time. Teenagers just got their driver's license. Families are going on vacations every single day, and everyone is out of school. I can go on and on. Tell me I'm lying. And I have to keep it 100. You never want to put your life on the line for these companies. If you late for a delivery, you just late. If you've been going so hard, you weren't able to get sleep, pull that truck over and get some rest, because you have to realize this about these companies. They don't give a damn about you. All they care about is their product. That's it. Trust me, I know. Mr. Joseph most likely was trying to get home for Mother's Day, or he wasn't paying attention to reckless drivers, and it cost him his freedom. Man, run the tape.
We spoke on the phone with Valparaiso Trucking Corp's owner, Wisner Florestant, after video from the Tennessee Department of Transportation shows the moments leading up to one of his drivers causing a deadly crash on I-75.
The driver is responsible for his action because he's a grown man. He's been driving for years.
An arrest report we obtained says witnesses saw Joseph Antonier driving erratically before the crash. You can still see the skid marks here on I-75 after Sunday's deadly crash, and traffic slowed to a crawl like this is not an uncommon sight for this area, as passenger vehicles and semi-trucks are approaching the split. An Amazon spokesperson tells us the driver did not work directly for their company. He was contracted out through the Florida-based company to make deliveries for them. But we found online records showing Valparaiso has been cited for violations this year, including false logs, unauthorized passengers, speeding, and incorrect license. I asked Florestant about those violations. So you said that there was no history of any of your other drivers having any crashes like this?
No, ma'am, never.
Never. Okay. I did see that there were a couple of violations, like on CDL endorsements and maybe one speeding violation. Was that possibly this one driver, or was it another driver with your company?
No, the kind of speeding violation, but all the drivers, they are owner operated. I mean, they don't drive my truck. I mean, they drive their own truck.
Jay Kinnemer with McMahon Law Firm says what's listed on the FMCSA website is minimum reporting.
And I need y'all to listen. As a black truck driver, no one is going to have sympathy for you when you unalive somebody in that truck, especially when they look like this, especially in Tennessee, a sundown state. They will have no sympathy for you. You are cooked. What you talking about, Willis? Yes, you are cooked. They gonna throw the whole book at you, because you have to realize this. If you on that road, you get in an accident and you've been grinding, but you ain't been saving up no money, how you gonna represent yourself? How you gonna get a lawyer to represent you? I'm telling you, they gonna throw the book at you in this country, especially when you black in Tennessee. I told y'all the game is cold. And then I said, wait, I know this area where the accident happened. Those people always driving crazy. And as a truck driver, if you know, you know. So I was doing my research on Facebook and I saw these 2 comments. Check this out. The first woman, Daniel, said, I don't get why everyone is automatically blaming the truck driver. Nobody knows the story yet. The second woman, Diane Ross, said, I live between Knoxville and Chattanooga and use the interstate. I have seen cars pass a truck, then pull over in front of them and slow down. They do that to me and I have to quick brake. Yes, truckers aren't perfect either. People need to wait until later for the report. Make that make sense. And shout out to those two women because they telling the truth. Those people off that exit in that area drive crazy as hell. But as a truck driver, you have to remember this. Once you start that clock, people trying to come up after you. They trying to make a check from your mistake. So every mistake you make, they make a check. They get paid. The DOT officers, these truck stops, when it's time for you to park and you have to pay in every lane to park, they making you pay just to park your truck. When we deliver to these warehouses, we deliver to these truck stops, they still want you to pay just to go to sleep. Make it make sense. These crazy ass drivers. I told y'all the game is cold out here. And I have to keep it 100. I had to do my research on this company and figure out because they say he drove for one company and he pulled Amazon trailers. And you have to think about it. In that video I played earlier, they told you they acted like they never met this driver. These companies will really have you saying, damn, you used to be my homie. Now you act like you don't know me. I told y'all these companies do not give a damn about you. Only thing they care about is that product. That's it. But the rabbit hole gets even deeper. Check this out. Valparaiso Trucking Corp is the company from the driver in the accident. This company created this DOT number on April 18, 2025. They are using an apartment for all 7 trucks. Not fishy at all. That is sarcasm. But that's what they do. In less than a month, they had 8 inspections with 2 drivers being placed out of service. So they created another company and got another DOT number. This is a vicious cycle, and 99% of them are foreign drivers. Make that make sense. And no, I'm going to say 99% of them are foreign companies. I told y'all in my last video, all these foreign companies do is they come over here and they mess up the whole game because they trying to rig the system. That's all they do. They're trying to rig the whole system. So if they get too many accidents, if they get too many inspections and they get too many violations, all they do is create so many companies within one. I told y'all, I drove for MGL. They also go by Max Freight. They also go by RT. Make that make sense. They all crooks. So to the new truck driver, do not be desperate and just drive for any company. It's not worth it. This truck probably had brake issues, but I told y'all, when you on that road, you have to look out for you. Because if you have to take that truck to the shop, put that truck in the shop. That's why I'm always telling y'all to have money on you. A lot of people just drive with having all kind of issues, air brake issues, leaking oil, all type of issues because they don't have any money saved up. Save your money because it will save you. Because when you put that truck in the shop, if you got money saved up, you got 10K saved up, you got 8K saved up, even 5K in your pocket, you're not going to be crying about, oh man, I'm missing this load, I'm missing that. No, if your truck have issues, put it in the shop. Do not put your freedom or your life on the line. Do not take a chance with these companies because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep saying it. At the end of the day, they don't give a damn about you. Because now Mr. Joseph, at 65 years old, has been charged with 2 counts of reckless homicide and several counts of felony reckless endangerment and reckless aggravated assault. Make that make sense. So this summer, do not be over that road and broke. Do not be a desperate truck driver. Do not put your life and freedom on the line for these companies. Get your goddamn rest. Your job is to make it back home to your family. And if you live inside of your truck, your job is to stay alive. So to all my truckers, protect your peace, protect your energy, and get some goddamn rest and be safe on that road. I'm out.